Alright, hi guys. So today is kind of an impromptu video thing. I have my first day of officially doing kind of student teaching in a school. I taught one class, it was fun, it was a good time. The kids at one point I had to actually video part of the class for my school, for college. I can talk. And the kids were adamant that I needed to be a YouTube star, so a bunch of fourth graders really want this to happen. So anyway, they make me chuckle. Anyway, whenever I left, I don't know if my self-control capabilities were just extra weak because I was worn out. I don't know if I don't know what happened, but I ended up at my local garden center on the way home. And a lot of things happened. I don't know. So, as I mentioned in a previous video, when I went through that store in Boston, I learned a lot about different kinds of plants, different families of plants that I wasn't very familiar with before. No, we'll get to it. So I just wanted to share with you what I found today because I'm a nerd, and be honest, you are too. So first and smallest, in my garden center, we have a bunch of these little kind of unlabeled teeny tiny plants, and they sell them for like $3, which is fun. But it can be a bit of a gamble sometimes because it's either gonna live or it's gonna die real fast. So this guy had these really pretty little leaves. I was actually looking at a lot of different plants in that section. I'd passed this one by. I hadn't even glanced at him. But I recently have been just dying for some bizarre reason for a variegated leafed ficus elastica. And this guy really reminded me of him. Not that I thought that's what he was, but if I could, I don't think it's gonna work, but if I could curb my need for one with a $3 plant as opposed to buying an actual ficus elastica right now, it would not be the worst. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna work, but still a pretty little guy. Before I checked out at the store, I actually asked the lady at the counter if she had any idea what it was, and she told me that she's 99% sure it's in the ficus family. And in my own Googling after I got home, I think it's a ficus benjamina, which I'm not sure, to be honest, if those always have variegated leaves or if it's a variegated version. But so it's kind of exciting that right now it's this itty bitty little thing and it's supposed to be a tree. So it'll be fun to see how it grows, to kind of be able to prune it and see what happens to him. He doesn't look the healthiest at the bottom, but the top leaves are really in good shape. He's got He's got some new growth at the top, so he seems to be in pretty good shape. And what excited me as I was Googling it is that supposedly, especially the more variegated varieties, can survive in pretty medium light, which, since my house is so dark, plants that can handle, like, that don't need bright indirect light are a godsend. So we're gonna try this guy and see what happens with him. Second, start with this guy. So this, I'll have to look up the scientific name for, so you can all laugh at me for not knowing it now. But it's a prayer plant, and I had seen some of these at Niche. They were ones that I had looked at and was curious about, but ultimately I don't think they would have made a home on the airplane. This is another one that was also $3 like this guy, obviously much bigger, but I'm not sure what kind of shape he's in. The biggest thing about him is he's super, like, I don't know if he was up straight and has been squished, or if just since they had them all packed so close together, this is how he was getting the light. They were all like this, and there were quite a few. I found the ones, I don't know, made up way of gauging which one was best was that it had some really pretty, like, bright colors under the leaf, and there were some that were just kind of yellow and mucky looking. So this is the one I picked up. I have also heard that they're kind of hard to keep alive, so I'm nervous, but curious to try a plant that is not super hardy. A lot of the ones that I have now are supposed to be, you know, really easy to handle, which is good, but at the same time, like I'm just, I don't know, feel like it's time for me to move up in the world and try something a little harder. Another thing that had me really curious about these, and again, I haven't done a lot of research yet, so I'll have to really delve into this later, but it's like just falling over. I bought a pot to put them in, so he won't just be stuck falling all the time. I've read that they are, again, pretty good for houses that have relatively low light, so I'm gonna do more research, see how low he can handle, and then kind of go from there. But at least for now, he's really pretty, and I'm 99% sure this is called a prayer plant because at night the leaves fold up and it looks like it's praying. So that's fun, if nothing else. And then last for right now, teaser, is this guy, which is in a different bag, threw me off, which is a, just from looking online, I guess he wasn't labeled this way, but this is what it looks like to me. It's a moonshine sansevieria, or moonshine variety of a sansevieria. Sansevieria moonshine. It's some variation on that theme. If you look at the leaves, they're super like pale. They're not white, they're still green, but just super kind of almost misty looking. Has the same texture as like a bird's nest sansevieria. I think he'll get a bit taller. There was another one there. You know, I think this is so cool. The new little shoots are like white. It's so pretty. Oh. But anyway, it had another one there that had a really tall leaf sticking up the middle. But this guy, the other one just had a lot more little leaves that were cut off like this. And so I decided to go with the one that was altogether in better shape as opposed to just had one really tall leaf. So I'm excited about this guy. Again, when I was at that store in Boston, I saw a lot of these and a lot of different variations that, again, before I thought there were just some that were different colors. I don't know. It hadn't really occurred to me that there was like a regular snake plant or the moonshine version, and there's another one that I've actually ordered online because I'm a terrible person. I'll have to look up what the one I ordered is. It's similar looking-ish to the Bantel Sensation, and I did a lot. I guess I'll talk about this when I get the other one, so we won't go into that. But for right now, I had seen in my research after going to the store these moonshine sansevieria or moonshine snake plants, and I used to live in Tennessee, and so anything moonshine always makes me smile, and B, just think they're really pretty. It's another low light house plant, which my house desperately needs. He looks super dry right now, so I'm excited to give him a drink of water and see what he does after that. He has a ton of little shoots coming up, so it should be a good time. I'm really excited to get these guys potted, to do some research on them and see where in my house they should go. Yeah. When I bought this, I was like, okay, now I don't have to worry about ordering that ficus elastica, but it's probably still gonna happen. Like, this is, I'm not saying this is not a gorgeous little plant, but I need to learn some self-control. But for now, these are what I have. I'm sure they will come up later as I talk about what's worked with them, what hasn't. Whether or not this guy stays alive, how tall this guy gets, the differences between this guy and the one that should be coming in the mail, probably next week, how this guy grows. It occurred to me, it might be fun to try bonsai with this dude, although I don't want to kill him. I should probably try bonsai with something else. This is what happens when I don't plan to make a video ahead of time. I ramble, so I'm sorry. But I don't know, it's fun. It's all good. I'll let you know what happens with all of these. Thanks for watching. I dare say, like and subscribe. Right now I have enough stuff going on in my little house, and I'm having enough fun doing this that I have faith that I can have some sort of regularity with publishing these videos. So I'm sure I'll learn a lot, and I hope to share that with you. The whole goal is to kind of learn as I go and then share so that other people can respond with what they've learned, or other people can learn from all the things that I kill. We'll see. But hopefully it'll be a fun journey that we can all take together. So I'm sure I will annoy you later. But yeah, that's what I've got. So thanks.